Brett Budgell and Kevin Gursoy. Welcome to the first ever Q quiz. How are you guys? Are you nervous?
Feel all right. Don't really know what to expect, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. How about you, Brett?
Doing well. Excited.
Is there any bet on the side going on? Something for the winner on the table?
Nothing set in stone, but we could probably work out a small wager.
Yeah, we'll work something out for sure.
All right. So you guys are former teammates, so you know each other pretty well. But still, I'll do for our fans a quick presentation. Brett Budgell played 3 full seasons with the Islanders, scoring 24 goals in the last season, including this beauty. Let's see this.
For Budgell. Budgell walks around one. Budgell drags. Budgell backhand and scores! Heave away, Brett Budgell. What a play, what a move, what a
crazy goal, Brett.
3-2.
Crazy goal. How do you like this one?
Yeah, it's definitely a good memory. It was on a special night, players' night. It was a lot of fun.
It actually made the top 10 of the year in the QMJHL top 10. You actually were 2 times, I think, in the top 10 goal of the year. This one was sitting at number 4. Pretty nice goal, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much.
How did you react, guys, on the bench when you saw that goal?
I wasn't on the team at that time, so I didn't see it. I saw that though on Twitter. It was pretty nice though.
It was pretty nice. So talking about Kevin Gursoy played the last season with the Islanders and was traded to the Mooseheads. He finishes the season with 56 points in 55 games. You did not make the cut in the top 10, but still you made a pretty nice goal with Halifax. Here it is. Do you remember that goal?
Right wing now for Gursoy.
Yeah.
Over for Wynot.
I remember this.
Wynot up ahead now for Gursoy. He's got it down at the goal line. Steps up front. He scores! And Gursoy.
Pretty nice goal too, eh?
Yeah, I've seen that one a few times.
I'll take it. I'll take as many as I can.
Yeah. It was a real nice goal. Could actually almost could have made the top 10. It actually looks a bit like the Brett Budgell goal. So you guys, as I was saying, you were former teammates. Is there any interesting stories between you both that you could share with us?
I don't know. I'd say off the top of my head, probably just like going out for like dinners a lot. I mean, we'd always go for like sushi and stuff, and those would always be fun nights. And I know we went paintballing the one time too during camp. That was pretty fun. I don't know if you want to talk about it a bit, Budgie.
Yeah, well, actually, our bus situation, Kevin was crossing one row back, and there's definitely a lot of banter that went on, especially on those long road trips to like say Rouen, Miranda, which is about 20 hours. So yeah, a lot of killing time on the bus then, and yeah, paintballing was a lot of fun as well in camp for sure. I think I got Kevin up a few times, but.
Couple battles on the bus for sure.
as usual. First categories, guys. 5 questions each. You have to win the categories to get on the board. So basically, the one who's gonna have the most answers is gonna get only 1 point. And if you have a perfect score, I'll add another point. Is that clear for you guys?
Yeah.
So the first categories is this one. We had an amazing budget for that quiz. I think you can count it in million. First question goes to Brett. Brett, Kevin played in Charlottetown and Halifax in his junior career, but can you name the team he made his debut with?
St. John Sea Dogs.
St. John is actually a good answer. Good answer. Kevin, Brett has played in the USHL before coming to the QMJHL. What team did he play for the USHL?
Oh my God, I know it too. I want to say Chicago Steel.
It actually is Chicago. So is that right, Brett?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's right.
It is. It is. Good stuff. Good stuff. Brett, to see if you guys were listening during the intro, how many points did Kevin get last season?
56.
Is that a good answer?
I think that's a good answer.
It is a good answer. It is a good answer. Kevin, how many goals did Brett scored last year?
I think it was like 24.
It
26?
was 20. It was
24.
24. So you guys were actually listening. Great stuff. Pretty good start for both of you. Now it's a maybe a more personal question for Brett. Apparently, Kevin enjoys steaks a lot. What is his favorite steakhouse in Charlottetown?
Sims for sure.
Oh, is Sim's Steakhouse in Charlottetown a good answer, Kevin?
Yeah, it's pretty correct.
Yeah, it is. I had a good informant to help me did this quiz. So you actually guys are perfect right now. Kevin, also a kind of a personal question. My information are that Brett learned how to drive standard by a former teammate. Do you know who that teammate was?
That'd be Mr. P.O. Joseph, I believe.
Actually, it was P.O. Joseph, and apparently, Brett, there is an amazing story behind this. You wanna tell us a bit about how it was to learn how to drive standard with Mr. P.O. Joseph?
Yeah, P.O. picked me up one morning, and I'd never actually kind of learned how to drive before that. And one day he picked me up and just said, "Yeah, just you drive us to the rink today." And when I got in the driver's seat, it was a standard car, and I pulled up to a stop sign at a four-way stop. It was rush hour, and I managed to get into the middle of into the intersection, and then I stalled it, and I tried it 2 or 3 times and couldn't get it to go. And finally, I got out of the car and kind of went across and said, "P.O., you gotta take over." And he drove us to the rink from there. But yeah, it was an embarrassing time for sure.
Did you get better since?
I actually haven't practiced. My first car was actually an automatic, so I didn't have to learn how to drive standard after that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right. Question for Brett. Kevin got a career high 6-point game in October 2019, if I'm not wrong. Against what team did Kevin got this spectacular performance?
That was definitely against the St. John Sea Dogs.
It was against the Sea Dogs St. John. And I think, if I'm not wrong, this was the hat-trick goal.
Student of the game, without question, as Nikita Alexandrov. Again, we're back to 5-on-5, or check that the Isles of the power play scores. Just as we were saying that we're back to 5-on-5, that is going to be Kevin Gursoy, and he fires it.
Everything's look like it went well for you in that game, Kevin. Good memories?
Yeah, for sure. That was it's a pretty crazy night. I couldn't really believe what was going on.
6-point night. It was your career high. But if I'm not mistaken, St. John came back in this game, right? You were in control, like 6-3 or something like this, and then they came back to force a tie, right?
Oh yeah, we fell apart.
And from what I saw, someone here scored the game-winning goal, which is this one, right?
Gay, board side, down the right wing in overtime. Hits the trailer, Poirier. Puck is given up. 2-man breakaway. Here's Kevin Gursoy and Budgell trying to win it. Here's Budgell, steps and scores! Budgell!
Nice sequence, guys. Nice
It's a
sequence.
heads-up play. That's all that is.
But still, it was nice. But I still have a question, Kevin. In that specific game, like I was saying, St. John came back from 3 goals down. who scored the tying goal and sent everyone to overtime before we saw that goal?
Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched the highlights of this game a lot, but I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of who scored it. I want to say it's either Nick Deaconpoot or Josh Waugh, I believe. One of those two.
You want to choose one? Brett, do you know the answer? You're smiling. It looks like maybe you know the answer.
No, I
I've
just
seen those highlights before.
I
you
just
know,
Kevin's watched the highlights 100 times, so he should know the answer to this.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's probably your best game ever, so I guess you should remember most of it.
I have to look back on it at least once. I would say Joshua Joshua.
It was actually Jérémy Poirier who scored the tying goal. Jérémy Poirier. How did you guys react when you had that game complete in control, and then you saw them came back? What was the feeling on the bench?
I was a little bit worried. I don't know about Budgie, but I mean, I was pretty fired up. Obviously, I mean, I had a pretty good game, and we were winning, and I was like, okay, like this is the best of both worlds. Like our team's winning and having a good night myself as well, and then started to blow a lead, and I guess the panic button started to get hit. I don't know about you, Budgie, but for me it was.
Yeah, I think we were
What
up.
about you?
Yeah, I think we were up 6-2, and they scored. I think it was in the third period they scored, make it 6-3, and weren't too worried then. But then they scored the fourth and the fifth one pretty quick, and like Kevin said, you get nervous, you hit the panic button, and they ended up tying it. And yeah, we were lucky to pull that one out in overtime. So.
Yeah, and it was a nice goal. It was a nice goal and a good, nice play between you two. So now we have maybe Brett in front, and Brett for the win of the first category. If you can manage to have the good answer, and maybe Kevin get the wrong answer again, you'll get the point. Kevin. Brett had one hat trick in his junior career. It was last season. Can you name against what team it happened?
Oh man. Want
to take a guess?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a stab in the dark. Yeah, give me a hint at least.
It was a Quebec.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Was it on the road?
No, it was at home.
It was at home.
Gatineau?
It was not Gatineau. I'll give you a little hint. Is that right, Brett?
Yeah.
Does it look right?
His hometown.
Cedric Gursoy.
Oh, yeah.
Blocker side was open. Just hops up over his stick. Cormier is going to lead it back for Cedric Gursoy. Tapped in front. They score! Budgell, Casey, Gursoy, Cormier.
Hat trick against Victoriaville.
All at the Hattie.
How did it feel to get a first hat trick like this, Brett?
Yeah, it was a good feeling. It was my third season now, so it was definitely good to get that one out of the way, get the first one out of the way, and hopefully there's more to come.
So, Brett, you actually already won the first category, but let's go for the last question, maybe going for a perfect score. Brett, Kevin record another hat trick in his junior career. Can you say against what team this other hat trick was?
I'm going to play against the St. John Sea Dogs again.
It was against the St. John Sea Dogs again. It was a tricky question. Didn't get fooled by this one, and I think this was the hat trick, right?
Especially this opening round where there's not a lot of separation between the teams. A guy like Matty Welsh can win a series. Hitting the snake there is Marr, but now here's Kevin Gursoy from a wide angle. Little toe drag. Net's open.
That wasn't bad.
Hat trick goal. Kevin Gursoy. He held on and held on and held on.
Kind of gutless for me to sell it, but I mean,
yeah.
First hat trick. I never thought I'd ever score a hat trick in my life in that league. So
you guys
excited.
your old team every night.
Yeah.
It actually was a pretty nice goal, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was unreal.
It was a pretty nice goal. So perfect score for Brett Budgell. So 2 points on the board for Brett Budgell. I'm actually surprised. I wouldn't have thought that you guys would have done so well. I thought it was harder than this, but you guys did both pretty well. Are you ready for the second category? Here it is.
Good.
Second category, again, big budget with intro and everything. This one is going to be fastest answer. So I'll just ask the question, and you guys, the first one to answer will get the point. If by any circumstances you guys say the good answer at the same time, I'll give you each a point. Again, it's a category that the most point at the end of this category will score a point. If by any chance you have the 10 question good, I'll give you 2 points, but I'll be very, very impressed. So guys, do you know your team? You both play for the Charlottetown Islanders, so it's going to be a Charlottetown Islanders quiz. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Good.
First question. Before being called the Islanders, had another name. What was it?
The Rocket.
Rocket. Kevin Gursoy on the board. There you go. Second question. What team did associated coach Guy Giroir played in Germany?
Oh, man.
I knew he played in Germany, but I'm not sure of the team.
Oh, I got no idea.
It's a pretty hard question. It came from Aiden. Aiden, the PR. It was so it. I'm gonna try to pronounce it right. It's Rev Birminhaven. My German is not really good.
Yeah,
Could you have guessed?
Yeah.
No.
I would have zero. Not a chance.
Easier question next, I think. Jim Olton has been an assistant coach in the NHL. With what team was it?
Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers. Brett ties it here. He was the fastest to give the answer. Fourth question. This one is actually pretty hard. I'll give you, can you name 2 players that are actually are former Islanders and are currently in the NHL bubble?
P.O.
Joseph and Daniel Sprong.
Daniel Reyes.
Kevin Gursoy got the fastest with a bit of help of Brett to call Daniel Sprong. You could also said Ross Johnston, Ryan Graves, Sammy Blais, who played for the Islanders. Kevin Gursoy in front. Matt Welsh leads the QMJHL in minute play, which former PEI Rocket is second in the league history.
I have zero idea.
Mason McDonald.
It was actually Ryan Mirror. How is it, guys, when Matt Welsh actually beat the record of minute play this year? I think I have the sequence here. Yeah. How is it for you guys to see that record and to be part of it in some way? Here you have it. How is it for you guys?
I mean, I wasn't even there, so I saw it all. I saw it all over Twitter and whatnot, and I mean, just knowing Welshie over the last year and a half, playing with him, it's pretty unreal to see that.
Yeah.
How easy? Yeah, go for it.
No one deserves it more. That guy works really hard, and he's really good at what he does. So, really happy for him. Really pumped for him to get that award before the season was suspended. And I was just extremely happy for him.
Such a nice guy, eh?
Yeah.
Incredible guy,
yeah. All right. Let's keep going with that quiz. Kevin Gursoy still in the front. Who am I? I am a forward. I was drafted by the St. Louis Blues.
Nikita Alexandrov.
Too fast. Too fast for the league. Too fast for the league. Next question.
Too easy.
In the last Q draft, who did the Islanders drafted in the first round?
Corms? Lucas Cormier?
The last draft
Oh.
you showed before.
They didn't draft Plandowski.
No, they traded for Plandowski.
So I think Gooby was a second round pick.
I'm trying to think.
It's obviously a player that didn't play last year because the last draft was like the
like the one
summer. Yeah, the last Q draft. So who did you say?
I have zero idea.
Sam Oliver was our first pick.
It's actually the good answer, Sam Oliver, but it was a tricky question because it wasn't a first draft pick. You guys didn't have a first draft pick, but Sam Oliver was the first pick from the Islanders, but it was a second round pick.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think he was a first rounder, but I knew
he wasn't.
He
wasn't. I'll give a point for Brett on this one. Are you okay with that, Kevin? You're still ahead by 1 point anyway.
He needs the points. It's fine.
He needs it. He needs it. All right, I'll go full screen for this one because I think it's pretty hard. Other than Jim Moulton, can you name one head coach that is currently in the NHL that coached the Rocket franchise before? I'll give you a hint. It was before the franchise moved to PEI. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm
not sure.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's a coach who actually coached in Montreal, and he's a Jack Adams. He won the Jack Adams area. It was Alain Vigneault who coached the Rocket back in the days.
Okay.
Before moving to PEI, where did play the Rocket franchise?
Laval.
Laval is actually the AHL team right now.
Is it?
Brett,
wasn't it like
any idea?
Montreal? Like just Montreal?
It was Montreal. It was Montreal. I'll give you a point for this one. I'll give you a point. You okay with that, Brett? It didn't seem like you had the answer anyway.
Right.
Last question. It's already in the pocket for Kevin Gursoy, but maybe for the honor. Before what season the Rocket was renamed the Islanders?
2012?
No, later. I think like 2013, 14.
It's the right answer. 2013, 2014. Kevin Gursoy rocked the second categories. And it's still 2-1 for Brett because you had a perfect score on the first round. So we'll go to part 3. It's actually the last part. It's 5 questions. First to answer gets the point, but it's 1 point per question, so nothing is over for Kevin Gursoy. Let's go to the third categories. How well do you know the QMJHL? It's actually more questions about this season. So we'll see. First to answer, Alexis Lafrenière had an amazing season. How many points did he finish the last season with?
1 million. I don't know. I'll guess like 100 and 110, 120.
109.
You guys are close. It was 112 points. No good answer. What makes him so good? You played. I was actually there in Charlottetown when Rimouski played you guys in the beginning of the season. It didn't go well for you. I remember because I mic'd Jim Alton, and it wasn't the best game to mic him. It was really hard for me to get some good stuff out of him. So what makes Alexis Lafrenière so good?
Pretty much everything. I mean, that guy, yeah, I think every time I played against him, he's had 4 or 5 points.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good. I mean, he's like, I'd say like smart, just like really smart, knows how to make like the right plays at all times. Just really aware of everything going on.
I guess you guys were happy that you didn't play him that much in the last 2 years.
For sure.
Second question. Brett still ahead 2-1. Matt Well finished his junior career with the Islanders. 1 goalie left. Another goalie came. Who is the new goalie that will wear the Islanders uniform next season?
Colton Ellis.
Colton Ellis. We have a tie. Kevin Gursoy, you like the lucky lick of the trivia question. You're so fast.
I know a few guys. I know a few guys around, so these aren't too bad of questions.
I think he's going to be a great addition to the team. I mean, he's a really good goalie. Also, drafted by the Blues, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Fourth question, we still tied. 2 questions to go. Sokolov and Voyer finish at the top of the league for goal-winning goals. In third place, you have Lavoie, tied with an Islander player with 7 goals. Who is that player?
Nikita Alexandra.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Nikita.
Okay. While I prepare my shot, I'll give you another chance to
you, Budgie?
to enter.
I don't think so.
It wasn't me.
So, guys, the answer was Cedric Deriso. There it is, just for fun.
Almost got his second overtime 2 nights in a row. Deriso shot! Scores! Cedric Deriso once again in overtime, as it looked like the Islanders just won the Stanley Cup.
So, guys, last question. We are tied. We don't have a winner yet. Who will win this one? So, last question. Who is the player with the most first goal in game last season?
Probably Lafrenière.
It is not Lafrenière. I'll give you a hint, guys. It's a Sherbrooke Phoenix player.
Poulin.
Oh,
Poulin
no.
is not.
Robert.
Felix Robert is the answer we're looking for. And Kevin Gursoy gets the win on the last question. Congratulations, Kevin. Brett, you were actually second in that category. You 8 goals for you, but Felix bested you with 10 first goal this year, but you were actually second. So you're the kind of guy who sets the tones, right? So congratulations, Kevin. Thank you for doing this, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your availability. And congratulations again, Kevin. And we'll close this one. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.